helping me a lot. I don't have to double work. Hare Krishna, Dandavad pranams to everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavad, Dandavad. I want to make sure that this thing is out of my way. Okay. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जायमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति नष्टकी हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कंचना गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैवश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 नाम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय कलयुग पावन धर्म हरे नाम संकीर्तन की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य हरि दिवांग श्री प्रभुपाद की जय शंबल भक्त वृंद की जय नित्य गौरा प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा. So our theme is still on the second topic where we are trying to understand Parikshit Maharaj's birth and his activities. So before Parikshit Maharaj get coronated and becomes the king, what are some of the pastime that's happening? Uh, that's what we are going through. So this chapter, chapter 13, is titled as Dhritarashtra quits home. So as we know that during the battle of Kurukshetra, Vidura had left Hastinapur because of the ill word that was told by Duryodhana. Vidur Maharaj, his Dharmaraj, he didn't want that fight to happen because he knew that in the fight many women will get widow and many powerful kings will get killed, and he didn't like that to happen, and he knew that source of all of this is Duryodhan because of his desire to be king of Hastinapur. All of that is being uh, happening, and Dhritarashtra was so much attached to his son Duryodhan that he just supported whatever decision Duryodhan made. He supported. So before battle started, Vidur Maharaj is talking to Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra and saying that how we can stop this uh, fighting. Then Duryodhana said that you are Sudraputra, you are eating and staying in Raj Palace at King House because of our mercy. and anytime we can kick you out. You have no right to stay here and say what you are saying because you do not belong to uh, Pandu or Hastinapur kingdom. So he left, and in his journey, he met Maitreya Rishi. And that discussion is going to come in third canto. Beautiful, beautiful discussion. Vidur is asking question to Maitreya Muni, and he start from the material life, how the people in the material world they are suffering, and then he goes all the way up to talking about pure devotional service of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Beautiful discussion. So that will come in third canto. So after that discussion, when battlefield is over and Dhritarashtra is now staying in Hastinapur with Pandavas. At that time, Vidur Maharaj returns. So, so from there, this chapter begins. So Vidura returns to Hastinapur from pilgrimage. So all of that we just talked has happened. But right now, the focus is Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is the hero right now. So all the camera is on Parikshit Maharaj. And Sutta Goswami and sages of Naimisaranya, they are right now talking about birth and activities of Parikshit Maharaj. So that is why we'll go through this chapter and then later part of Bhagavatam, third canto, talks about the discussion that happened between Vidura and sage Maitreya. Maitreya Muni was god brother of Prashar Muni, who is father of Vyasdev. So we'll hear those pastime uh, later. Vidura returns after hearing from Maitreya about self-realization. All Hastinapur residents received him as if they regained consciousness, especially Pandavas, because Vidura has always well wishes for Pandav. After departure of Maharaj Pandu, who was father of Pandava, Vidura very nicely took care of all of the brothers. So when he came back, Kunti Maharani and Pandavas, they felt that their consciousness is once again awakened. And then as Vidur comes, Yudhishthira Maharaj greets him. Welcome, thank you for coming back. So that discussion happens. Yudhishthira inquire about Vidura's travels and if he had chance to go to Dwarka. And then Vidura relates everything. Vidura is telling everything that he has gone through, who he met, how many holy places did he go, what are the places he saw. He said everything, but he did not say that Yadu dynasty fought themselves and that dynasty has annihilated. So that is another story. Let's put it aside. And the reason he did not share that story because this is the moment of happiness. Maharaj Yudhishthir is meeting with Vidura after so many years. So at that moment, it was not worth to talk about a topic of lamentation. So Vidur Maharaj, I have to say Vidur Maharaj ki jai, he said everything except the annihilation that happened in Dwarka among the sons and grandsons of Krishna. So Vidura's purpose for staying in Hastinapur for the benefit of Dhritarashtra, who is attached to the family affair. So before the beautiful, context, and we'll dwell. Verse number 18 to 28 is the main learning from this chapter for us, for Hare Krishna, for us to,
Prabhu, I have one
yeah.
question on this. You said Vidura did not talk about any the quarrel that happened between this all the Yaduvanshis. That means is it after the war immediately the quarrel happened between among Yaduvanshis?
No, Prabhu, not right after the war. Again, um, this is a story, and as I said, the focus is Parikshit Maharaj. So there are so many incidences happening, but that timeline is not really presented.
Mm-hmm.
So timeline is not right, right. I know we have, and I cannot concoct on that because unless and until I find out in a scripture somewhere written by our Acharya, I am not going to say anything, or I'm not going to pull something from outside also. Whatever is presented, we are talking. But just to give you some understanding that
Mm-hmm.
war finished. After war, Maharaj Yudhishthir is going to be coronated. And we saw in the previous chapter that when Krishna confirmed that Hastinapur is under good guidance of Yudhishthir Maharaj, then he is leaving. And we saw Queen Kunti offering prayer. Even Yudhishthir Maharaj is getting emotional that I am the cause of all the suffering. All of that happened. Then Krishna departed. He went back to his kingdom, right? So all
Mm-hmm.
of that is basically on the other side. Krishna has left and he is now in Dwarka with his kinsmen, and Yudhishthira Maharaj has been in the kingdom. Then Vidura is coming. So now, how is the timeline? How many years? All of that. I don't have that information. But then Vidura is coming, and by that time, some time has uh, passed by. So Vidura is, that's what we are going to. This verse number 14 to 17 is saying that the purpose of Vidura's coming to Hastinapur was to benefit Dhritarashtra. So again, when he didn't, when he came and what was the time, I don't know. But he came, and he had, discussion with Maitreya Muni. So he learned, Vidura is already, knowing all of, he is devotee. But he reconfirmed and discussed, sadhu, sadhu, right? Sadhu always talk about Krishna, Guru. So once Vidura completed his discussion, and we'll see in the verse later, we are just going through the summary. He came back to help Dhritarashtra because Dhritarashtra is so attached. His attachment is so much that he didn't direct rightly to uh, Duryodhana, and all that fight happened. And now fight is over. Still, he's not living. It is said that brahmachari, grihastha, vanprastha, right? At vanprastha stage, one should not be too attached to household life. How is my son doing? How is my daughter doing? What I'm doing for their future. And then if they are rest assured what I'm doing for the grandson, grandfather, my grandkids. People will see that they are grandkids. I have seen that, okay? And I don't have to go too far. I'm seeing, in my family itself that, too much attachment. You guys are good, but I have to worry for your sons and daughters. I said, no, everybody comes, they have their destination. So Dhritarashtra is also attached too much. He's in, advanced stage, so he should be renouncing this, but he is still, in Hastinapur. So Vidura is coming now and enlightening him. He came for the purpose to enlighten Dhritarashtra, give him the teaching that now the time has come for him to go out and do the bhakti. And as soon as that is done, he again leave. He's not staying in uh, Hastinapur. Okay, Prabhu. So there is some time line between this discussion, but that is the flow. But since it's focused on Parikshit Maharaj, the story is squeezed to give us the flow and understanding what is going on.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
And Vidura is Dharmaraj, Yamaraj himself?
Yes, Dharmaraj himself. He was caused by Manduk Rishi to take birth as Shudra. So Vidura's purpose for staying in Hastinapur was for the benefit of Dhritarashtra, who is attached to family affair. So Sadhu, this is very, beautiful statement. Sadhu's attachment is only for the purpose of welfare. And then Vidura is chastising Dhritarashtra. Get out of here. Fear has overtaken you. Lord as call has approached. All of us will read, when that theme comes. All your relatives died. Symptoms of old age has appeared on you. And still you are living on the mercy of Yudhishthir Maharaj. You are living like a dog of very harsh word to cut that attachment. Prabhupada has given beautiful purport. No need to live that degraded life. You are miser. You are not a Narottama, first class man. Become Dhira and live for North. Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Vidura leaves. Dhritarashtra and Gandhari leaves, and after they are leaving, Vidur Maharaj is also leaving, goes back for the pilgrimage. Gandhari followed Dhritarashtra and Yudhishthira. So see, being a chastity woman, Mother Gandhari is following Dhritarashtra. And then seeing them going, Yudhishthira Maharaj again started lamenting. So Narad Muni comes and Narad Muni says few words to pacify lamentation of Yudhishthira Maharaj. And then finally there will be some discussion about how Dhritarashtra left the home and did tapasya. He left the body, and then after that Mother Gandhari became Sati. So that's the uh, context of this chapter. We are just kind of going through the summary to understand what are the things we are going to see in detail in this chapter. But as I said before, don't only rely on this discussion. Please read Prabhupada's purport. So after describing Maharaj Parikshit's birth, which we saw in last chapter, Chuta Goswami is now describing the events leading to Parikshit Maharaj coronation. So Parikshit Maharaj is being limelighted here. He is the focus. So this beautiful, beautiful verse comes. Suta uvacha Viduraj tirthayatrayam matrayad atmanogatim gyatvad Hastinapuram Tvaya apata vivitsitaha. Sutta Goswami is saying that Viduraj tirthayatrayam matrayad atmanogatim. So while he was traveling to various pilgrimages, he met Maitreya Muni. Uddhava is directing. First, Vidura approached Uddhav, friend of Krishna, to depart him knowledge. And Uddhav said, just if you go ahead, there is a great sage, Maitreya Muni, in the cave of Himalaya. Please go and see him and inquire from him. A beautiful discussion happens in third canto. We'll dwell on that chapter very nicely. So, Vidura Atmanogatim. Atmanogatim here refers to after receiving the knowledge from Maitreya Muni about Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he became fully realized, Gyatvad, after fully receiving the knowledge from Maitreya Muni, when he became Atmanogatim, well realized, fully self-realized, then he came back to Hastinapur. The word here is used Vivitsitaha, and Vivitsitaha means a person who has become well versed, expert in uh, their learning. So after his discussion with Maitreya Muni, Vidura was fully self-realized and well-versed in the subject of bhakti, in the subject of knowing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. With that knowledge and realization, he is coming back. So our Acharya says that Vidura had made attempt to convince Dhritarashtra to leave Hastinapur before also. But Dhritarashtra did not accept it because that time he had attachment. He had his sons, 100 sons and daughters around him. But when all of that attachment was broken, and when Maitreya Muni became even more realized in the science of Krishna consciousness, when he came back and spoke to Dhritarashtra, then he was able to convince Dhritarashtra to leave Hastinapur. So same person, when he tried first time, he could not do it, and second time he could do it because Vidura had made himself more realized, and also the attachment that Dhritarashtra has was minimized, was removed. So in the preaching program, a similar concept applies, right? Sometimes if people do not have genuine respect for devotee, like for example, just take the example that if people do not have respect for somebody, right, then that also means that there two things could happen. Either that person has something that is stopping to have respect, or we ourselves are not qualified also to have that, to gain that respect. So this is very important that we just don't be one-sided, not be single-minded. Rather we think from both sides. Maybe that person does not have sufficient understanding what I'm doing and how I should be doing, how I should be perceived, or maybe I'm not qualified enough to gain the trust or respect of that particular person. So this chapter has so many learning that will come for us in a very practical way. You know, we learn from Shastra. We learn from a scripture, from the different pastimes. What is the message that is coming out of for us to apply in our practical life? So Sutta Goswami said, while traveling on a pilgrimage, Vidura received knowledge of the destination of the self, Atmanogatim, from the great sage Maitreya, and then returned to Hastinapur. He became as well versed in the subject as he desired. Guru Krishna Prasade Payar Bhakti Lata Bij. The mercy of Guru is very, very important to receive the knowledge as we desired, because the penetration of the knowledge happens, the realization happens. The subject that I'm talking, I can talk because I'm reading here. I can read English, I can read that, right? But the real realization of the subject happens by the mercy of sadhu. Sadhu means guru also. Sadhu means senior devotee, and sadhu also means anybody who is empowering us to learn certain message, plus sadhana. Okay, so sadhu and sadhana help us to really realize the subject, and for sure Krishna. So just by saying certain thing, just by very eloquently being able to express certain thing, that doesn't mean that I understand that or I have the realization of that, unless and until we receive the mercy of Guru Shastra and Sadhu, the knowledge is not being realized. So that's why Atmanogatim word is emphasized here. I don't want to just run through it. I want to give you the background. Atmanogatim, he became self-realized at the gati, supreme destination. Jivare Swarupa Krishna Das. That is the destination. Then with that, he came back. So for sure, he was already exalted person, but he became even more exalted. And maybe when he became even more exalted, his words were more realized and more powerful. So when he said something to us, to Dhritarashtra, it acted in a very efficient way. It's a beautiful verse. And this discussion now, it says that Sutta Goswami said, while traveling on the pilgrimage, this same question now sages will ask. So we'll go, we are in 13th chapter, right? 6th chapter in first canto, then 10th chapter in second canto, then 3rd or 4th chapter, I think, in third canto too. After that many chapters, after that many discussions, again, the sages of Naimisran will ask. So you had said that Vidura came self-realized after talking with Maitreya Muni. My dear Sutta Goswami, can you please tell us what was that discussion? So that will come later. But I just wanted to, that's what is being spoken here, and then subject is changing. But that is again coming back later when we get to the third canto. After asking various questions and becoming established in the transcendental loving service of the Lord Krishna, Vidura retired from putting questions to Maitreya Muni. So when he came back, various questions, how are you? Everything is good. Did you traveled to many places. Oh, but this verse is talking that Vidura retired from putting questions to Maitreya Muni, that Vidura keep on asking questions to Maitreya Muni, and when he became fully established in transcendental loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he stopped asking questions. Then third and fourth verse says, when they saw Vidura return to the palace, all the inhabitants, Maharaj Yudhishthir, his younger brother, Dhritarashtra, Satyaki, Sanjaya, Kirpacharya, Kunti, Gandhari, Draupadi, Subhadra, Uttara, Kripi, many other wives of the Kauravas, and other ladies with children, all hurried to him in great delight. And Vidura entered into Hastinapur. It so appeared that they had regained their consciousness after a long period. With great delight, they all approached him, as if life had returned to their body. So, coming of Vidura is mentioned here how it was felt by the personalities, such as all the names that are given there. They exchange their obeisances and welcome each other with embraces. Due to anxiety and long separation, they all cried out of affection. King Yudhishthir then arranged to offer sitting accommodations and a reception. After Vidura ate sumptuous prasadam, and took sufficient rest, he was comfortably seated. Then the king began to speak to him, and all who were present there listened. So he came, he was greeted. Everybody was very delighted. Vidura was fed delicious prasadam, and when he was fully rested, then they began to talk to him. So we'll see what they are talking. Verse number 8. Yudhishthir Maharaj is saying, Api asmartha no yushmat pakshi chaya sameditam vipad ganad vishaya visha means calamities vish agnaya adir mochitayat shamat samatrikaha sam samatrikaha samati trikaha. So this is saying api samartho no yushmat pakshayaya. So the wings of bird. So when uh, the bird give egg, and then when egg is turned into a baby, then mother bird is extending the wing to give the warmth to baby, and they are protecting and taking care of the baby. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying that you, because Pandu Maharaj had left, right? So Vidura had given protection to Pandavas. So they are saying, my uncle, do you remember, Yushmat, how you always protected us, along with our mother, from all sorts of calamities. Your partiality, like the wings of a bird, saved us from the poisoning and arson. Vipad, Ganad, Vishayagna, Adir. Visha, Agnaya, Adir, arson. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying that We are so delighted to see you because you protected us. Like bird, uses their wing to save their babies. Karya vritaya vatitam vas charda adivhi char adivhi chiti mandalam tirthani क्षेत्र मुख्यानि sevit aniha bhutale. This is another beautiful verse. So kaya vritaya vatitam vas chara adivhi chiti mandalam chara, as you were walking chiti mandala on this earthly planet. What did you do while you were walking on the earthly planet? Kaya vritaya, to maintain your body, right? And during your vatitam vas, during your exalted residence, to maintain your body while you were walking, what did you do? How did you maintain it? How did you maintain your body? And then he's asking very important question. Tirthani chetra mukhyani sevitaniha bhutale. How many holy, mukhyani means principal. How many principal holy places did you visit? And sevitaniha bhutale. And how did you serve the holy place? I'm not asking that how many holy places did you visit and did you enjoy it and you saw the places sightseeing. No. How did you serve? How many holy places? How many holy places did you serve? So when we go holy place, we serve to the holy place by associating with the saintly person who are residing in that place. By thinking and meditating on the past time that is associated to that holy place. So he's asking about serving. How many holy places did you visit and how did you serve? There are, last time also we talked that there are 64 anga of bhakti, and 5 of those angas are principal anga. So can we go through what are the principal anga of bhakti? What are the 5 principal angas of bhakti? A, the first one is sadhu sangha, associating with saintly person. Sunday feast. Prabhupada came up with the idea of this Sunday feast. Why? Because it gives the opportunity for all the devotees to come together, right? Associate with each other, meet with each other. And then the second item, the second anga is
Bhajana Kriya.
starting serving Bhagavatam. Serving Bhagavatam. So associating with devotee and reading in their association. Like Saturday morning Bhagavatam class that we do. It's second anga of the bhakti. Coming together in association of devotee and releasing the pastime of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Talking about the name, form, quality, and pastime of Krishna. And then third one is in their association, chanting the name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Chanting in association, 4 hours kirtan that we do. But we should have more. Like Sunday, we start by chanting. At the end, we chant. But if there are not devotees, then it's not good, right? So when we are chanting, everybody should come around and listen because that's one of the anga of the bhakti. So Sunday feast, help us implement many of these angas. And then fourth one is deity worship, worshipping the deity with attachment. In Nectar of Devotion, Rupa Goswami says, that with attachment. Bhakti should be, the worship of deity should be done with attachment. You know, when we are massaging the feet, when we are giving them shower, it should be done with attachment, not like mechanical service. Then that become very potent anga of bhakti. And last one, you know, residing in holy place, such as uh, Vrindavan, or going to holy places, or going to serve the advanced devotee at the holy places. So Kartik Yatra, or you will see many Maharaj will go on a yatra, right? During that yatra, you'll see all of these five, anga of bhaktis are getting fulfilled. Association, we are going together. All of us are together. They will have Bhagavatam discussions. They will have morning chanting session. Sadhu Sangha we go. You will see all of this happening. They will have Bhagavatam class. They will have deity worship. Do deity worship together, and then go to some holy places. Normally we don't go, but if you go to Vrindavan and other places, then all of these five limbs of the bhakti, five potent anga of the bhakti are getting fulfilled. And when we are engaged in these five principal anga, then our advancement with right mood. So why I brought that point, it says here that sevitaniha bhutale tirthani chitra mukhyani sevitaniha bhutale. How many holy places did you personally serve? So translation, while traveling on the surface of the earth, how did you maintain your livelihood? Kaya vritaya, vartitam wash. Kaya vritaya, kaya means body, right? And vritaya means maintain. How did you maintain? For sure you have to ask, right? When you meet somebody, okay, Prabhu, long time I haven't seen you. You have been, how have you been? How did you, manage everything? And then right away get into a spiritual discussion. So Prabhu, I believe you are now second initiated, or you are this, you are that, your service has grown up now. Like, likewise we do. So they are talking. And then this verse, I'm going to conclude today. Extremely, extremely, extremely powerful verse. And if you can memorize this verse, that will be, really good. We cite this verse many times in our Bhagavatam classes. So Rishi Maharaj is saying, Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas Tirth Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani Swanta Asthena Gadavirita. That's why. How you would know if you don't study Shastra? It's such a beautiful. This is giving a lot of learning. So he's saying, Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas. Bhavad means up, you. Bhavad, Sanskrit, right? Bhavan, up, you. So Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas. Vidha means like, and Bhagavatas means Bhagavat, Vaishnav, devotee of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas, the exalted devotee like yourself, Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho, they themselves are holy place. They themselves are holy place. This is the teaching of Bhagavatam. You yourself, although I ask you, how many holy places did you go? But you yourself are holy place. Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas, the exalted devotee like you. So what we go, when we go to the holy places, associate with devotees. Associate with devotees who are senior. Associate with devotees who have more faith in Krishna. Associate with devotees who are firm on the path of Krishna consciousness. Take their guidance. Take their shelter. Be subservient to them. That's the perfection of life. That's the perfection of life. Otherwise, it's material association. If association is happening on the, you know, level of envy, competition, it's material association. So sometimes you have to distance, but retain your teaching, retain your mood. Don't let it contaminate. So beautiful, beautiful point is being mentioned here. Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayambhivu. Why? Tirthani Kurvanti, Tirth Kurvanti Tirthani, Swanta Asthena Gadavrita. You yourself make Tirthani, means the holy places. Tirth Kurvanti. The holy places, you make holy places holy because Swanta Sthitena, in your heart. Swanta Sthina, in the core of your heart. Who is situated? Gadavrita, Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated. In your heart, Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated. You are carrying Krishna in your heart. And with that, you make the places holy. The holy places becomes holy because of presence of Bhavat Vidya Bhagavatas, because of the presence of devotee like yourself. That is why you are yourself as a tirtha. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful verse. Is it clear? The translation of this verse? Is it understood? I would like to hear. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, understood, Prabhu. Yeah, it's clear, Prabhu.
Yeah, so this is beautiful, verse. Have you all come across this verse before? Have you read this verse before? Anybody?
No, Prabhu.
No.
I didn't.
I too did not, Prabhu.
Okay. So please, mark down this verse in your Bhagavatam, and please, try to understand this verse. These are the benefit of doing Bhakti Vaibhav. We should be aligning Guru Shastra Sadhu Vakya Tineta Kariya Yakya. Narottam Das Thakur said, you can make your life perfect by aligning your life with the teaching of Guru Shastra and Sadhu. This is coming from Narottam Das Thakur. Perfect your life by aligning with the teaching of Guru Shastra and Sadhu. So be very, very, strict in your process. It's not being narrow. No. Yes, we have to preach when we are among the common ordinary people, but inside your heart, you are a staunch follower you are a staunch lover of Krishna. Yes. Yeah. So that's what he's saying here. Swanta Asthena Gadavirita. And anywhere you go, since you have the love for Krishna, your presence will make that place holy. Your presence will make that association holy. Your sticking with the principle that is presented by Guru Shastra and Sadhu, that will make that place holy. Right? So whenever Maharaj comes, or when great personality comes, their presence you can feel. You can feel their presence. And due to their presence, everything looks so auspicious. I have example that one of the devotee, his name is Rohini Priya Prabhu. Rohini Priya Prabhu is a brahmachari, and he has been here 3 or 4 times. And whenever he came, he was staying with us. And then we had given him one room. And Prabhu, all the time, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, every time chanting. He will just open his door, Ramacharya, can I get a glass of water? Then close the door. And he just studying. He chanting. When I saw that dedication, Prabhu, Just by serving sometimes advanced devotee, there is, even they are not giving any teaching, but they leave a lot of impression. You know, just by following his life, I was just observing that how somebody can be so dedicated. And he will stay here 3 or 4 days. He will keep the door locked. And when he leaves, when you get into the room, you will feel the heat. You'll feel very different, very uplifted. I tell my wife, that, that see here, this house has become so uplifted. This place appears so uplifted, much better, much better than when we were staying here with our consciousness. When somebody advanced is coming, they really push that place up. So serving advanced devotee in a very uh, uh, menial way, in a very dedicated way, is very important. We don't criticize advanced devotee. We don't know from which perspective they are coming. Okay, maybe I'm not there. And I said that last time also. I would like to spend some time here. That Shastra says that there is, Brahmin, there is Grihastha, there is Banprastha, and there is Sannyasi. Okay, these are the order, and these order are based on the degree of surrender they have towards Krishna. They have towards Krishna. As a Grihastha, we have some degree of surrender, but our surrender is still around how can I pay the bill? How can I make sure that there is some saving for my sons and daughter to go to college? How can I make sure that I have food at our house? How can I make sure that I have some money to fill the gas so that I can go right? These are, so although we have some surrender, some degree of surrender to Krishna, but still there are some other requirements which are good. It's Krishna conscious. But if you compare with sannyasi, no family, no personal desire, they are not doing anything for personal benefit. How can I make people more Krishna conscious? Always studying Bhagavatam, chanting name of Krishna, today class, morning class, evening class. Take the example of Prabhupada Sai Maharaj and other, big. Their surrender is more. Their surrender is more. So their presence itself is a holy place. Whenever, because what they are doing, Swanta Sthena Gadavirita. Because they are so dedicated. They are carrying Krishna in their heart. So what makes them so powerful? Not the person. So in devotional dealing, don't get too stuck with the person. Ramacharya, is this, that. No, that's not how you see. That's what is being said. Swanta Sthena Gadavirita. How much firmness, dedication, attachment one has with Krishna, that how you reciprocate. That's how you surrender and give respect. So, Tirtha Kurvanti Tirthani Swanta Asthena Gadavirta. The holy places become holy because of your presence. And why? Because you carry Krishna in your heart. So whenever Prabhupada went, right, holy place, New Brindavan. Brindavan is in India. Prabhupada started New Brindavan, and it's as potent as other places. Why? Because holy person, saintly persons like Prabhupada touch that place. His feet touch that place. So just by touching his feet, the place became uplifted. I gave you the example that when Ranipriya Prabhu will leave this place, even Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was here 1 week. He had some gap and there was no place where he could go. He called me and said, Ramacharya, I want to come at your place just to spend 2 weeks. I have to work on some of the writing part, but I'll just stay at your house. I said, Prabhu, if you come, we'll have some home programs. 1 week you can just stay, and next week we'll have some home programs. He said, that's fine. So 1 week he was there, and I saw him. He has written so many books, and all these books are so nicely, but it has not come from just his desire, dedication, the time. In the morning he will get up, chant his round and then start studying, making notes, pulling things from different place, compiling things and then putting in a book format. The dedication I saw. He didn't say anything to me, but just watching him. And then when I was going, I said, Prabhu, can you please tell me what are the things that I should do in my bhakti? Then he gave few instructions that I still have with me. But the point that I'm trying to make is that their degree of surrender, to the whole world say Chaitanya Prabhu this, Chaitanya Prabhu that, Chaitanya Prabhu that, right? But you see their surrender behind, which we are not, unless and until we don't get the opportunity to serve, we don't see it. But those things are coming because of their paka surrender. They are fully surrendered to Krishna. So they have more realization about Krishna. Krishna has revealed more truth to that person than a feeble person like myself. So their presence makes a place holy. So that's what Yudhishthira Maharaj is. This is beautiful, beautiful concept. And I would like you to make sure that this concept is clear. Once again, I'm going to read this powerful verse. Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas. Very clearly. Bhavad Vidha Bhagavatas. Devotee like yourself, Bhagavat. Tirtha Bhutani Swayam Vibho. Yourself are the holy place. Why? Tirtha Kurvanti Tirthani Shwanta Asthena Gadavirta. Why? Because you in your heart carry Supreme Personality of Godhead. And due to that, the holy places become holy. Translation: My Lord, devotees like your good self, Bhavad, are very holy places personified because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart. You turn all places into places of pilgrimage. Apina Sridastata Bandhava Krishna Devata Drishtaha Sruta Vayadava Shwa Puryam Sukham Asate. So then he is changing the topic and he's saying that my uncle Vidura, he's referring to Vidura, you must have visited Dwarka. In that holy place are our friends and well-wisher, the descendant of Yadu, who are always wrapped in the service of the Lord Sri Krishna. You might have seen them or heard about them. Are they all living happily in their abode? Normally we say, right? Did you see him? How he is doing? Right? So there is communication going on here now, and now Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking questions about Dwarka. That was Nadia Gujar Prabhu asking that Prabhu when it happened. And I do not have actual timeline. I can just present the order, but I don't know what was the time span. It's not presented. I tried to look into it, but I didn't find it. But anyways, the reason behind also is right now focus is Parikshit Maharaj. So we are trying to go through Parikshit Maharaj, pastimes, and then the background is there. So with that, I would like to conclude here and see if there is any realization, any questions. You all should share something, and reveal your understanding on certain subject and see how did you digest particular concept. Is it helping you? If you have doubt, ask why you are saying like that, why you are saying like that. We should have some of those type of discussion and revealing the heart is very important. Whatever understanding we have, we call out and see if we can discuss and help each other to get a little better in our Krishna consciousness, right? That's the goal. Okay, so let's stop here. Anybody has anything? Did I put everybody to sleep or something like that?
No, Prabhu, it's very interesting.
Please little bit share what is your understanding.
So maybe I'm just remembering one story. As you said, the devotee, Ms. Vidura has passed so many things and coming back, and he's Yeah, so I'm remembering one story. If you want, I can tell that.
Yeah, please tell.
Yeah, everybody knows about it. Narada and Hanuma discussion about so Narada Tambura. It because Hanuma sings very well, and with that rock got melted, and Narada kept the tambura there. And after some time, so when the song is done, the rock slowly gets it to normal position, and tambura will struck over there. And Narada is now so not able to take it out. And Hanuma, so he ran away from there. Hanuma, please pull that my tambura. I wanted it back. Narada asked that. And but so Hanuma ran here and there, all the places in there, Kishkinda. So finally, after some time, he returns back and he, he removed the tambura and gave it to Narada. Then Narada asked, "Why did you move so many places like this? And I am following with you like that." Then he said, "You're a so person like you. Your feet is very important. Your foot things is very important in Kishkinda. You moved all over Kishkinda. That's what is as a devotee. You moved, and this is very very important for all of us.
Mm.
I made you to walk all this Kishkinda entire area."
Oh, very good,
Yeah,
very good.
yeah. So otherwise you could have done it immediately, but Hanma moved here and there, and he was following.
Very
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
very
As
good.
you said, so Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, so he's there. So really, that vibration will be different. We have
Yeah,
such association.
very
Mm,
good. I haven't
mm,
seen Srila Prabhupada, but I don't know how. I sometimes ask Chakri Prabhu. He said I had once or twice his darshan. He said he would walk like a lion, the way he was uh, walking, talking, everything was like, doesn't
mm.
appear that somebody from this material world. Bhaktisiddhanta Sai Maharaj is also like that.
Who is that Prabhu? Who is that Prabhu?
I was asking Chakri Prabhu,
Uh-huh.
he is disciple of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada.
Oh,
So I
okay.
asked him, Prabhu, that can you please share some of your personal experience with Prabhupada?
Okay.
Because I haven't seen, I have just read and heard about him, how a pure devotee looks like. Then he said that I also had very few occasion to see him,
Okay.
but he would be walking like a lion. He'll be talking. I mean, he doesn't appear somebody of this material world.
Okay.
The way he would walk, the way he would talk, the way he would do certain things, it all looked very uplifted, exalted, something that you are dreaming. He would deal
Mm.
uh, with people, and yeah.
And I heard he would walk very fast, and nobody would be able to catch up. Yeah.
Pure devotee. So we need to develop respect, for seniors, devotees uh, who are more seasoned, have given more time in Krishna consciousness, has more dedication. Those are, these are perfection of our life. And uh,
Prabhu, one more mundane question, Prabhu.
yeah,
Prabhu, is there anyone else who is a really close relative of Pandavas who did not do the do the war? Like I know Balramji, and then Viduraji did not participate in the Kurukshetra. Is there anyone else, Prabhu?
beyond Balram and Vidura,
Vidura.
there might be. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. But
Just
many fought in against of Kurus. Many fought in favor, but there are some names given here. Maharaj, Satyaki, Sanjaya. Oh, Sanjay didn't fight, right? Sanjay
Oh,
was next to
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra and he was telling the story.
Correct, correct. Okay, yeah.
And Queen Kunti and Gandhari, they were women. Subhadra women, Vitra. Kripi fought. So, yeah, there might be few more. But anything anybody has? So let's start from verse number 12. Next class. I wanted to at least cover up to 20 verse, but I think we'll
Okay,
do it
Prabhu.
next
Thank you, Prabhu.
class. Thank you so much. Vanshkalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah Shambhala Bhakta